There we go. Just in the middle of texting next gen. Reef, what's up, buddy? Looks like you're having fun with the new tree out there, bud. That's awesome. Beaver Trapper 89, how we doing? Gary, good evening to you. Trapping Bros, how we doing, guys? Sam, Brad, Ty. Whew. Man, next gen's really hammering him. He's gonna break that 200. Hope everybody's having a good evening. We had a bunch of storms come through here last night, and we didn't get lucky enough to take out any vehicles, so that's disappointing. I tried. I always try. Yeah, Beaver Trapper 89. I'm south of the snow. We got the storms. We actually had tornadoes fairly close to us. So, hey, Vicky, how we doing? Yeah, we're good here. It got pretty bad for a lot of people, but it's just crazy. Southeast Minnesota got 10 inches last night. Well, you guys are never going to open up for beaver season. I know, but there's a bunch of you guys up there just waiting and biting at the bit to get going. Ah, that sucks, man. Paul, how we doing? Thank you. Yeah, it was about 55 degrees today, so it's plenty warm. Um, I got a unique situation that's going to require my attention uh, tomorrow. So after work today, I checked one trap or one location. That's basically 200 yards from my front door. Uh, Went down there, caught a beaver. The trap was gone, started pulling on the rebar. And this thing would not come up, and I was like, it dug in deep. No, this beaver actually dug underneath something like some kind of boulder or a rock and came up the other side, and I cannot pull him back through under about 5 feet of water. So after getting really wet today, trying for about a half hour, tomorrow we're going down there and we're cutting the chain of the TS-85 so I can get it out. Next gen, I just pulled him out of the freezer, man. I literally just pulled him out. That's gonna give me something to do tomorrow night since all my beaver boards are full. Oh no, Brad, that's terrible. Oh, I'll bet they are, Beaver Trapper. Man, that makes for a long. You guys are gonna be struggling. It's never gonna open up for you guys the way you want it to. Hey, Eric, how we doing? Cole, Joe. Hey, Joe, how we doing, boss? So yeah, I'm gonna be getting pretty wet tomorrow trying to cut the chain of that TS-85 to get all my equipment out of there. Uh, it's just it's gonna be a pain. It's deep too. I mean, it's deep. So I was able to find the beaver with my top end stake and my rebar, and I was able to pull the beaver up, and his head will just break the surface. So the TS-85 is about 3 foot down. I can just feel the top of the jaws and levers. So I got to go down below that in the chain and cut it so then I can pull my drowning rod out and get my trap and beaver out the other side. Nick, I'll promise you he doesn't do that, buddy. I've seen his place. That kid is on fire. I don't know who'd start that rumor. He's about the most honest, humble kid I know. So um, I'll guarantee you that's not the case. Got your first Yodi this week on a leg hold. That's cool. That's awesome. Teddy, Cole, Advanced Predator Management. How we doing? We're just kind of chilling tonight. I actually caught one beaver tonight in a channel set that I'm filming. Um, I need to get it skinned out. Burn that. I kind of at a standstill. All my beaver boards are full. I thought out a bunch of coon and skunks to work on tomorrow. Uh, we're gonna spend the day with the family tomorrow, do some things. Then Monday, I'm pretty excited. Monday is gonna be good. Monday, I'm setting a bunch of new ground. I got some private ground with colonies on it. I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited. Yeah, beaver trapper. I bet, buddy. I bet. We go through the 15th of April, so we only got about 2 weeks left. Laverne, I appreciate it. I really do. Oh, okay, Nick. You really had me worried there for a second. Because I will guarantee you that's not something that man does. Hey, Todd. We're just talking about you Minnesota boys. You guys are just biting at the bit. What do you say on Facebook today? You got 200 and some conibears ready to go. Man, that's insane. That is just insane. Just set 13 more 220s today. 24 total out. That's awesome, Reef. That's awesome. Hunting and stuff. Don, 250. 250. Are they all 330s or you got some 280s in there? What are you made up of? All 330s. Man. I'll tell you what, that'd be so cool to see your line and ride with you on something like that. What's Todd, what's your best catch day, if you don't mind me being nosy and publicly displaying it? Yeah, Eric, I get that too. But that beaver that I'm having troubles with right now on that drowning rod, that trap's been there 3 weeks. And that's and I caught one today. So 62, Todd, 62 beaver in one day. God, man, that's amazing. That is just amazing. Brad, I have to use setters for 330s. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand why. Um, I think it's because I can't grab them. Like I got pretty good finger strength for 220s. I'm pretty quick at and pretty efficient at, but 330s I cannot do. I did one today, but it wasn't easy. Hunting stuff. I haven't seen his new video yet. Todd, you did 58 with Mark. Yeah, Mark talked about it when he was here. That's just amazing. That's amazing. Bill, how we doing, boss? Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. But I can't imagine that. I was gun ho. I wanted to catch 30 beaver in a day. That was my goal. I wanted to see a 30 beaver day. We got 15, and that's been my best one on the opener. So, Brad, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, Reef. The more you mess with them, the stronger you get those muscle memory going. You're fine. Yeah, Teddy, I got these short sausage fingers too, so don't feel bad. Sounded like it was about some new trapping laws. What state? What are you talking about hunting stuff? Yeah, I know. Next gen. I'm biting at the bit, buddy. I really want to come right along with you, but I don't think it's gonna work. Just because I need to take the day to finish fur. Otherwise, I want to see it. Oh, okay, hunting stuff. I got you now. Southwest Minnesota. That's crazy. You already got. I mean, I'm sure you know the ground already. Know where you're going, or are you cold rolling through it all? Man, Brent, that's terrible. Really, Beaver Trapper 89. It's tossed. Wow. I really hope that's true for you guys. When I knew the laws that they're proposing with the body grips and such, um, I know you guys are more of a liberal state, so I was kind of worried for you guys. Oh, nice. Nice, Todd. That's awesome. That's what I'm gonna kind of be doing on Monday. I know the areas, but I've never really looked at the sign or anything. So, um, but I've learned so much this year. So, one of the spots I'll be setting on Monday, I've drove over this for the last 3 weeks trapping. It didn't look like much. It wasn't a big creek. It's probably 6 foot wide, but it's only like 6 inches deep. It doesn't look like much at all. I've been driving over it until finally a couple days ago. I'm like, you know what? Let's just take a look at it. Let's stop and get down there and take a look at it. I did, and it's just chewed branches all over on the upstream side. I mean, you can see where they're coming out and cutting down little, basically willow saplings, chewed sticks everywhere. And I'm like, how many of these am I driving over? So we're basically going to be filling in a lot of stuff come Monday, but I'm optimistic that we're gonna not have a great season or finish out strong, but better than what what I was looking at. Oh, I'll bet there is Beaver Trapper. I'll bet. Nick, that'd probably be a good question to ask some of these big hitters in here. Um, my pan height, I like mine a little bit above level. I don't know why, I just do. Hey, Purgatory, how we doing, buddy? Oh, you guys have bounty counties in Minnesota too? I did not know that. We've got a few. Well, it makes sense. We got a few in Northwest Iowa. So 2 week epic push. Yeah, I'm gonna give it my all. We're gonna go out swinging. I mean, we're definitely gonna lose this battle, I think, but we're gonna hit it as hard as we can. Hey, Patrick, how we doing, bud? Just trying to rebound. I did throw some clips together of the last two checks. I was at 45 before today, and then I got two more. So 47. We should break 50 pretty easily. I set some really cool stuff today. Uh, Basically, a spot right off of the biggest river in Iowa, really. Just a couple hundred yards off it. There's an old beaver dam that blocks this whole feeder creek. And this feeder creek is like 45 feet wide, probably 15-foot deep. The whole thing is a dam except for one spot where it blew out about 2 foot wide. Every beaver coming up this. I'm really hoping I can get 7 or 8 beaver out of this perfect 330 location in the next 2 weeks. Edward, how we doing? Oh, nice, Nick. Ah, Patrick, that's a good point. That's a good point. Finest frog for Edward. That's pretty fine, buddy. That's pretty fine. Michael, how we doing, bud? Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, everyone's got to pick their own thing. Um, you know, so I'm working on a video right now. Um, that's kind of the like side trapping I've been doing from actual this type of filming. But I'm doing a video of so you want to be a beaver trapper, which this is not advanced stuff. This is bare basics. How a conibear body grip works, how you set these TS85 750s, things like that. Bare basic everything. Um, and then I'm showing how to do a channel set, how to do a crossover, a caster mount, a den entrance. Very, very basic stuff. Um, and I'm finding a lot of issues. Like, I'm going to have a lot of people say, oh, TS85 isn't the best. You need to get a 750. Or some of the really good guys, the good beaver trappers, they love the Bridger number threes. Yeah, Bridger number threes would work good if you really know the placement and everything. But for a beginning trapper, I really feel that TS85, even though it's worth decent money, is probably your best bet as far as air of placement and depth. What are your guys' thoughts? Hey, Vet, how we doing, buddy? How you doing, sir? Good to have you in here. You're a good man. I appreciate it. All right, Ruben. You take care, bud. Thanks for stopping in, man. No hunting and stuff. I just haven't. But I'm doing extended checks right now. I'm only checking like every 3 days, and then when you're only catching two or three beaver, it's just the video I was coming out is kind of a combined of the last couple checks. So I'm not as BA as next gen over there catching multiple double digits every day. Oh, yeah, Michael, I get it, buddy. I get it. Yeah, and that exactly, Patrick. Number four, double long. That's a good beaver trap too. Um, maybe that's something I should bring up too. I've never really used one, but yeah, Jason, I've played with them, but I've never set one. Edward, no BS traps are good traps all around. I wouldn't be afraid to use one. Don, how we doing? No, vet. That's not going to be the. Whoo! That's not going to be that video. Wife just texted me. And that's the thing, Brad. Like, so they're my favorite too. But somebody else might love the 750, or Kendall's no BS beaver trap. That's great. But for this video that I'm doing, I want to make it the easiest, the trap that you can set and have the most room for error. And with what I'm familiar with, would be the TS85. Um, I don't have a whole lot of different varieties in beaver traps. I've got the Bridger fives, and they work, but I don't prefer them. I mean, I've held beaver in 1.5 coil springs. Not ideal at all, but it'll work. But no, she actually finally subscribed to my channel like 4 days ago. So I'm like, seriously? Thanks, honey. Love you too. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts too, Patrick. As far as the long springs, getting them bedded in solid, or you have more issues with rocks or the terrain coming up. Um, but that's like I said, there's gonna be so many people that tell me you need this trap or do it this way or this is the wrong way. Beaver trapping is not my place by any means, but I feel like I can share a good video to get somebody that has no idea what they're doing with beaver to be able to go out and safely set their body grip trap or their TS85 and catch themselves a beaver the next day. I do have confidence in that. I'm not crafty with trap shy beavers and stuff. That's, you know, I can't give an input on that really. Um, but we can go out and they can catch the first beaver hopefully. Yeah, beaver trapper. That's a huge advantage to them too. Michael, oh yeah. Actually, I need to reach out to my buddy that makes the pogo anchors. He did a video the other day of cooking up some beaver tail, and it looked delicious. I need to figure out what his recipe is. What is you switched over to 85s? What's your opinion going from the Bridger threes to the 85s? What's your thoughts? Hey, Vet, how's your daughter doing? I'm glad she's watching, buddy. Use a Duke 650. Use in here. There exactly. Advanced predator management. It all comes down to what works for you guys. It once again we've had this topic on here many times. Chevy, Ford. What did you guys have good success with that maybe you had success in that vehicle with, however you want to take that when you're younger. But that's kind of what you stick to. So, hey, Teddy, I appreciate that, sir. You definitely have to do that, bud. But much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Bob, you're new and what, buddy? Patrick, yeah, and that's kind of my thought too. You want something that's got the bigger jaw spread that a beginner can play with. Offsetting the right distance, getting it back deep enough, shallow. You want that bigger catch area, in my opinion. I mean, there's probably guys that go out here with like a zero long spring and catch beaver. I mean, but not me. How we doing, Bob? Feel free to ask any question you got, buddy. I really appreciate it, Teddy. Really do, bud. I'm motivated now. Some of you guys saw the last couple videos. It's been frustrating. Not getting the beaver that I want to. Um, Season's winding down. Trying to work as much as I can yet. Um, Kind of my area I live in is, which we thought we were kind of on our own little private islands getting developed, and that hits home for me. Hits the wife pretty hard too. Just a tough time. But now, I got some areas that I'm scouted out. I've looked up. I feel like we're going to be very successful with the last couple weeks. So I'm pretty pumped up. I'm really pumped up. Yeah, exactly, Patrick. Exactly. Beaver Trapper, I've never actually used them, but I've seen them before. They look like they'd be a huge advantage. James, how we doing, buddy? Oh, Shane, that's too bad, man. That's too bad, buddy. You think so, Todd? I believe it. I mean, you would know by far. That's interesting. Woody's, we got 2 weeks, is what we got left. 2 weeks from today, actually. So, might have to, Beaver Trapper. Advanced predator management. I've never done like sticks myself, like, shaved them off, but I've used their chewed sticks, thrown a big pile of them on the bank. Um, I think my boy's talking to the cat. At least I hope he is, and it's not himself. um, but yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. I'm struggling. We did the video that's coming out shows that I went to a lot of blind sets. I started climbing up um, a lot of finding their slides where they're coming through at things like that, and hopefully they're gonna get lucky on some blind sets because the caster. I think they're caster shy. I honestly feel like someone went through and just I don't know, just went through and hit them hard. Vicky, you didn't have to do that, but I very very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. James, end of the season for you too. That's just sad. The end of the season is so bittersweet, guys. I hate it. I hate it. Thanks again, Vicky. Really, band of chest waiters that can handle the abuse. Nick, the ones I've got are pretty good. I'd have to go look at what they are. This is my second year with them, and um, I know with like hip boots, I love the lacrosse Big Chiefs, but they discontinued them. But I actually got 2 years out of a pair of them, and normally I don't get 1 year out of any of them. Beaver Trapper 89, I have not. But I had a couple people tell me that now, so that's kind of my next step. Ah, the advanced predator management. There's another one. That's good. You're the two guys in here. That makes like five people that have told me to try that. So I'm really gonna have to look into this. Oh, vet, exactly. Yeah. Chevy versus Ford, Necker versus Caribou, Dog versus Dogless, Bridger versus MB. I mean, the list goes on. There's there's not one trap that will outperform every other trap in every aspect. They all have their strengths, their weaknesses. It's just how it is. Just how it is. I was actually talking about that with the Necker and Caribou on a Snapchat group earlier. Some guys love the Necker. Some guys love the Caribou. A couple guys love the Weebies. I've never messed with the Weebie knives, but the flushing knives, so I can't really say. But like, I love the Necker. Went to a Caribou. I'll never go back. Some people that I've told them to buy a Caribou, they've hated it. Bought a Necker, they'll never go back. It's a personal preference, guys. That's all it is. Oh, nice, James. Your first otter on the last day of season. That's amazing. I'll tell you what, I was almost ready to strip down to my skivvies to go after this beaver today. Brent, you're northern state, I'm guessing. So yeah, you might be locked up for a while. Woody's, yeah, Reef Robber's a trapper now. I'm so proud of him. You get all 24 out, Reef. That's awesome, man. I'll tell you what, I came home today. I was actually cold. I I'm very, very warm-blooded person, but I was standing in that creek trying to get that beaver out. I mean, I was chest deep in water, leaning over the bill of my hat was touching the water for probably 35 minutes. That's cold. I didn't even realize how cold I was getting until I gave up, and then I got in the truck, and I'm like, "Oh, this is cold." Oh no, hunting and stuff. He's a trapper. He's going out there having fun and learning, so he's a trapper. I'll give that to him. I should come up with some kind of insult here, but I won't. I won't become a earl. First started trapping as a youngster, couldn't afford waiters. Yeah, I bet it does, Teddy. I bet it does. Uh, that was I did that many times duck hunting right out of high school. There's some pictures of that that will never float around either. Went fishing today in the place I normally do this time of year. It was still James, that sucks. Justin, how we doing, buddy? Hey, being cold. Yeah, me too, Donnie. Probably gonna stuck at the end of it. Yeah, it probably was on the back of it. Oscar, how we doing? Coyote Academy. Papa Sticks. Zach, I appreciate it, buddy. You didn't have to do that, my man. You really didn't have to. But much appreciated. Powerlifting? No. No, Oscar, not quite. I did get cleaned up for my father-daughter dance a while ago. Uh, Coyote Academy, you're a good man. I appreciate it, bud. Reef, I won't. My wife will, but I never will. And my Alaskan friend, how we doing, buddy? Well, that's I might have to do that, Todd. So this is what baffles me. Um, they literally, if I make a caster mount here, within a week, they're making a slide up, cutting saplings up above and coming back down. I don't understand it. It just doesn't make sense to me, but they're just showing no interest in it. I am missing some where, my banks are so straight and there's no real like concave and they're so flat, I can't really dig much into them to make a real good trench. Um, but I am missing some. I'm learning a lot from that, but a lot of areas they're not showing any interest at all. It just blows me away. Doing good up north. Are you frozen? I'm assuming. You're welcome here anytime, Oscar. Scabs in here? Yeah, of course he is. Hey, Lonnie. Yeah, we survived, buddy. We survived. I'll tell you what, the winds hit here pretty good. I left work early yesterday to come home, um, just because I knew it was going to get kind of crappy. My boy is home by himself, so figured I'll come home. And I was kind of watching the weather, playing in the shop, and all of a sudden I'm like, wow, that looks really windy outside. I stepped out around the corner of my shop, woof, hat gone and everything. We had 71-mile-an-hour winds recorded here. It messed up our trampoline, netting, and everything again. It's been a mess. All right, Nick, I might have to try that then. I've never really actually made a mound. Caster sets are basically a stick dipped in caster on the bank. Um, I mean, that's what's worked for me the last couple years, but this year's just really struggling. Really, James, that's interesting. Yeah, I ran this sucker down. Good thing it didn't go more than 20 feet because I'd been winded. Scab. So I'm using Backbreaker. I'm using Trapper J's. I'm using Slim's Mud Pie. Uh, what's the other one? Dobbins Beaver Plus. And now, actually, the last set I did, and actually, what I caught the beaver on today was my own little mixture of a couple of half full bottles with some sack oil from beaver I caught in there. Um, and we actually caught one on it today. I didn't even think about that, but that was on one that I made. So maybe that sack oil really is going to be a game changer. Wow, James, that's ridiculous. Justin, quit playing with cows. I have not, Coyote Academy. I have not, buddy. Um, I should have got some of that bearded man. I want to try that too. A lot of people talk about that. But see, my opinion when I started this, I thought Caster's Caster. It's a territorial thing. They're coming to Caster. Doesn't really matter. But um, it just, I don't know. Maybe I was 100% off on that. For 3 years now in a row. Hey, throw some Caster out here, and boom. Every good crick system that I was on, catch two or three beaver and move on. This year, it's not happening. So, once again, all right, let's turn the wheels a little bit. Let's start thinking why, what can I do better? How can I be more efficient? And that's how I learn. That's how I learned coon trapping. That's why, that's where I'm at where I am with coon. Beaver's a new game for me, guys. This is my fourth year spring beaver trapping. I thought it was my third, but it's actually my fourth. Really, Brad? That's interesting. That's interesting, Scab. I did not think of that. The backbreaker, I don't think does though. I don't know that, Scab, but um I don't think it does. It's pretty strong. Coyote Academy. I get that, buddy. I know what it's like to be behind by far. Wow, James, that's crazy. Yeah, Justin, maybe that was you that I was talking to at convention that because you bought some for him, didn't you? Or I bought it for you for him. I can't remember. But yeah, that bearded man was pretty good. Back, in my opinion, Scab, backbreaker is not a sweet one. That's one of the from the lures I've tried. Backbreaker's the strongest caster smell that I own. Oh yeah, James, we're always learning. Always learning. This beaver, I've got a lot to learn. Okay, that's what I thought, Justin. I thought that's what it was. Yeah, Todd, and that's my problem. A lot of it is, you know, I got this crick bank that, you know, 2 foot on dry land is 2 inches above the water line. So here's the water line, and we're only 2 inches up here. It's just such a slow sloping, and it's straight. So it's just like I've had them where they've come up 5 feet away, walked over to my set, made a caster mount, walked another 5 feet, and came back in. It's just part of it, I think. I've got a lot to learn and hopefully get better at it for sure. Okay, Scab, that's interesting. That's good to know, bud. James, I know next gen, he loves that big pile. He loves that stuff. Yeah, Eric, exactly. Watching that beaver the other day, hope somebody got a kick out of that. That's kind of cool. Everyone told me, shoot him, Elizabeth, shoot him. I was like, yeah, I want to watch this thing. I want to see what he does, how he reacts to everything. Learn a lot more from that than even a $35 hide. Oh, that's too bad, Cowd Academy. Um, that's too bad. It is such a good time sitting around and BSing with you last year, buddy. So you take care of yourself, man, and thanks for stopping in, buddy. I really appreciate it. If you guys don't have Coyote Academy, check him out. That kid slays some coyotes. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. He set a goal a few years ago wanting to catch 100. And yeah, he's definitely done that. In early season, you love using any Dobbins. Okay. Yeah, Woody, and that's kind of what I've only used was backbreaker. Oh, good, Justin. That's awesome. Also, I was gonna ask you guys, which I'll just ask you on here, if you've got the other demos going on, let me know what they are so I can report them to the DNR and get that. They're gonna publish the flyer when my wife gets one made for you. Um, of what's going on, everything, all the details. It looks like we might actually not even be in the state, Justin. Um, she's got to figure it out yet, but we might be in Myrtle Beach on that day, so I might not even be able to make it. Oh yeah, I know Marty. I know Marty real well, Todd. I'll have to reach out to him then. I'm gonna have to try that. I appreciate that, buddy. Hunting and stuff, I think it'd be pretty good. I can't say that, but I think it'd be pretty good. Making your own lure now, nice, Woodies. I appreciate it, Reef. Scab, thanks for sharing him out, man. Um, that kid is a coyote killer. He's pretty impressive. Scab, that was a pretty interesting live this morning. I like that. Um, Not very often do I see my trapping family go live at what was that 6:30 in the morning my time, so probably 7:30 for you. But that was cool. That was cool seeing what GFW is paying for prices and uh, hearing that strong southern accent down there with all you guys. I love it. Hunting and stuff. I mean, it. I think you'd almost be similar to put some of those sticks in the middle of the creek, straight up vertical if it's a shallow creek, and putting that trap right below them downstream because that beaver's going to swim downstream and circle back up and come up to them. Might be worth checking out. You wouldn't have to suspend them; just stick them in the ground, right below them, right behind it. Marty does make good stuff. Silver number two. That's one I've never heard of though. I'm gonna have to check that out. I love the chat in here, guys. That's why I love this live. There's so much knowledge. If we can get some young people in here reading this chat from these guys, from Scab and Todd, and some of these guys that really know Beaver, man, they could learn so much. Justin, I know I caught a bobcat in a bridge number two dogless with just beaver caster. That's pretty awesome. Oscar, that probably would have been like midnight your time or something, I'm guessing. It'd been pretty late for you, I think. Eric, that'd be my luck. That would be my luck. Really, Justin? That's crazy. I mean, but if Wayne does it, that's someone to look up to. I mean, I'm so honored to be able to know some of these people that I do. Um, we got this Wayne. Um, I won't mention his last name. I'd probably murder it if I tried, but the guy's full of knowledge. One of those guys that catch when he wanted to, he was catching easily 2,000 plus raccoons a year, which sounds like a lot, but back when fur was worth it, you had probably 20 or 30 guys in Iowa catching 2,000 plus coon. It's insane. And just knowing some of this beaver knowledge that we got here, uh, we got the coyote guys. It's amazing. It's amazing. Not Little Wayne, but not Little Wayne. I promise you that. Have signs still on your sets, but can't get them. That Eric, you're in the exact same boat I am. Calman, how we doing, buddy? Vet, no. It seemed like the guys were pretty happy with your prices down there, Scab. Um, and they should be. I mean, it was good. Not quite probably where I thought it could be, but he didn't just outright rob people either, so that's good. Reef, you might as well call yourself the Nutria Rehabilitator because that population there is going to blow up. Exactly, Scab. And that's, everyone talks prices. Oh, what's this, that? Hey, if someone's happy with their prices, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. James, you like that? All right. Come on, Reef. Type something out, buddy. Yeah, I've heard of them trying to use the Nutria for the Hatter market. Um, there's even talk about muskrat going up because they're going to try to using them for the Hatter market. I'm not sure how true that is, but I've heard several rumors about it now. And stuff I like that. Yeah, Brad, that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. That's probably good, Reef. You can rewind later and then shoot me a text all angry. No, his first name's Wayne. Very, very knowledgeable coon trapper here to the west of me a little ways. Very humble man too. I really like him. Good man. And James, I'm not sure you don't you don't quite get the coverage on a rat that you would. Yes, that's it. Gretzky, 100%. Nobody knows this, but Wayne Gretzky also doubled as a phenomenal coon trapper. So there it is. Thanks, Vet. You got it. Yeah, Scab. Ours are too, though. We got the rabbit backs. Nothing, nothing to brag about. Naked Gun movie. Oh, that's funny. It does. It does. Well, Scab, actually, I'm kind of curious on my next check here because my last check, like I said, I mixed in. So I had looked it up. I think I've got a picture of it. Maybe I didn't. Oh yeah. So those are all jars of like half or quarter or almost empty jars of castor and lure. So I combined them all, and then I added some sack oil from some from some of the beaver I caught. Um, and I just checked this one location by home here and caught one, so that'd be kind of interesting to see how it produces. I think most people are making their own lure, Justin. Yeah, Scab sold his. He had about 2 pounds, he said. So, uh, but for me, I just want to try making something out of it, make my own lure, figure out how it works. Um, this beaver trapping's fun, guys. It is. It's been frustrating and it's been exhausting, but I think I like it more because I'm so new to it. There's so much more to gain every day. We always learn as trappers. We're always learning and getting better. But I'm so green at it that like every day there's two or three things that are big that I'm picking up on. Um, I think next year, like if I do coyotes, that would be a thing too, where it's like, I've caught a few coyotes, but I'm not good at it by any means. And learning with that would be the same aspect. Scab, I can. This has been 3 years ago, but I bought 27 pounds of castor from a guy, but it was from like 4 years worth. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Justin, last I knew, is about 25 bucks a pound, and on that, I think they're going to lose money. Yeah, Calvin, he did have a truckload of fur for sure. Really, Eric, that's awesome. All the castor I'm getting is completely deflated. It's like they just used it all up and went to bed. Nice, James. Nice. 50. That's a good number. I like that. If I start getting on some private ground, that's the problem though, is trying to get onto private ground. Um, I struggle with that because of all our deer hunters. They kind of lease up everything, and it's tough. It's real tough to get on private. Yeah, right. Exactly. I'm pulling out shells that are the palm of my hand, but there's just nothing there. Just get it out and put in the freezer. Yep. I bet I could, Reef. And the first thing you do is call the game warden on me for trapping in city limits. We really do, Vet. We really do. It's pretty discouraging, let me tell you. Oscar, you're probably right. My biggest beaver was right next to a couch at 70 pounds, and I was well. You guys saw the video. What? Maybe a foot and a half, 2 foot from that couch. It wasn't far. That's crazy, Justin, because that big one I caught, completely deflated. Probably didn't weigh 2 ounces. It's crazy. But then I've got some 2 year olds that's like, man, they've got a good like 4 ounce sack here. That sounded bad. I don't know why I had to cup them either. That just makes it worse. Well, this is going to take a turn too. That's all right. Next subject. Oh, I always do this to myself. Anyway, so our Minnesota boys are still locked up. Do we have anybody from Wisconsin or Maine, anywhere else that's still locked up? Yeah, Justin, you're probably right. Eric, it's a really good thing I have really small hands. Scab, I actually pulled out of that area completely now. That's kind of on the farthest west piece that I've been checking. Um, and it was too far and we weren't catching anything. Brad, you're probably right. See, I could probably just let these things go and no one would notice, but I have to like say them because I'm thinking them. I can't hold things back. I don't have a filter. I'm a terrible person. But I'm pretty excited for Monday. Monday's going to be good. Monday's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, but you can't see it now, Reef. So that's okay. Right, Scout? Yeah, Teddy, that's me in a nutshell. Like, I can't. I'm that guy that just has no filter. I pay for it. I pay for it a lot. Drives my wife crazy because if she has issues with somebody or, something's going on, it's just like I'll straight up tell them. Yeah, just a little bit, little ways out there. Derek, how we doing, bud? People on your stuff. Beaver Trapper, I've heard that. I might have to look into that. So that and some of Marty's number two. I'm gonna have to look into that one also. Yeah, Monday is my day of setting a bunch of stuff. I'm pretty excited for those couple new locations I got though. Should be pretty fun. You embarrass Vic all the time. Yeah, yes, I do. I do what, Vicky? I'm so lost right now. There's so much stuff going on. Things took a turn. Oh, Teddy embarrasses you. Yeah. Uh, That's all right, Teddy. That's your job. That's your job. My wife will get so mad. We'll be walking through Walmart or something, and there'll be people around all over, and I'll just come up right behind her and just smack her on the butt. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Why does it matter? You're mine." Yeah, it sounds like we're going to Myrtle. I'm just not sure when. It's gonna be the beginning of June, though. It does sound like. Oh, good, Advanced Predator. Awesome, awesome. Making that steady. Oh, that's great. That is me though. She'll get so mad, because she is like, when it comes to like her personality, she's she's pretty conservative, pretty professional and proper, and I'm just like, yeah, let's have a good time. Whatever happens, happens. 32 in 3 days. Nice. Well, Scab, I certainly will not tell you when I'm going to Myrtle Beach then. I'll only send you a picture once I get back home. It's either Myrtle or Virginia Beach. I'm not sure if she knows where we're going yet. Uh, I'm sure she'll let me know. Be my first time on an airplane, so that'll be great. If you guys haven't known, I'm kind of a homebody. I don't really venture outside my comfort zone, and this is going to be a big venture. Big venture. I'm just not an ocean guy, and I know that because I've never been to one. I know I do, Reef. I know. I want to trap crabs so bad. That'd be so fun. But then again, once again, I'm not an ocean person. So, really, they have sea beaver. I know they have land beaver. Why wouldn't they have sea beaver? Really, Reef? They got that in like a cove or inland somewhere? Teddy? I feel like me and you could be really good drinking friends. I really do. I'm just not much of a flyer. Really, Reef? That's interesting. Beaver trapper. I was waiting for it. What sharks? I'm too fat for sharks. They'll eat me. Really, Scab? That's interesting. Hot and stuff hates planes. Wow, I did not know that, Reef. That's awesome. Now we're good. Now we're totally good. Y'all are matching heaven. That's oh, that's funny. Really, Ty? That's crazy. No, my wife hates. I think that's one thing she hates about my personality. If we went to a bar and there's three people there, she will lose me in the bar because I'll be best friends with those three people. Doesn't matter who they are, what they are. I'm just like that social butterfly, and it makes her so mad. Oscar, I know of one that was 110 pounds years ago. Maybe it was 120. You guys, the picture's floating around quite a bit. I just got to make sure that my weasel hammock's ready before I go. Even then, I'm gonna have to be careful not to get it wet. No one wants a wet weasel. I should really shut this down. Teddy. Oh, really, Don? That's too bad. 125? Okay. Might even use the lesser one. It's okay. The least weasel, I think. Not lesser, the least. Calvin 540. Wife just doesn't take me anywhere. She just chains me to the wall and I stay here. Uh, Ray, if you don't want it, bud, I've had it 3 times now. Once was perfectly fine. Once I felt like crap, and once was pretty rough. Once was terrible. Not sure, Scab. I'll probably sell it. I have plenty of room. There's a how many states in here? For those of you in here, how many states have bounties? Um, so Maine, Minnesota and Iowa have beaver bounties. What other states have beaver bounties? Scab, were you serious? Do they have a bounty down there? Hunting and stuff you could have, but now you won't have to. So you're welcome. South and North Dakota, Wisconsin. Okay. None in Missouri. Oh, South Carolina. That's where. Okay. I didn't know that. Really? I didn't think Dan did. Maybe I missed it. My wife ran into the guy that made my YouTube intro. He's singing at the bar tonight, so they're talking about our making an actual video again out of that intro that I got. That's something that kind of took a back burner. So none in Illinois. Really, James? Huh? No, Brad. I did not hear about that. Please explain a little more. Wow, Calvin, I didn't know that. Yep, beaver trapper. Iowa does too, but it's in severe northern and western counties. Nowhere near where I'm at. Nick, New York does not. Oscar, really? You guys have a bounty down there for beaver? That's interesting. Tell you what, they're trying to take away so many things. Look what's going on with California. You've got coyotes trying to take children and taking dogs because they're trying to stop all this stuff. Beaver Trapper 89, yeah. It would surprise me. It was cows first. And then about a third of our population realized, wow, a ribeye comes from a cow? Meat comes from cows? Yeah, we should probably keep eating them. You guys got quite a bit of nutri over there, Scab? James, don't surprise me at all. Does not surprise me at all. I wonder how far the nutria go along the southern coast. Do they go through all the way through like Louisiana and even into Texas, or what do you think? I don't know. I'm curious. I know Reef's got them over there on the west coast. Um, are they around Washington, California? Where does it stop? Eric, no comment. No comment. Because we got a California friend that's normally in here. Not sure where he's at tonight, but he's normally in here, and I want him to be safe. Seriously, advanced predator. So, Scab, you are lying. Myrtle Beach area has a bounty on beaver. All right, Justin, you take care, buddy. Hopefully you're done calving by now. Should be pretty close, aren't you? Wow, all the way up the East Coast. Brackish waters, yep. So I'm gonna go to Myrtle Beach. My wife can spend the whole day on the beach with the kids, and I'm gonna go beaver trapping. That sounds phenomenal. Oh, cool, Justin. So you're winding down then. That's good. Yeah, Reef, I knew that. I didn't think Oregon was exactly a warm area. I know it's a wet area. That's not good. Oh, I can do that, Scab. That'll be easy. Bet she wouldn't like that. I would kill Teddy. Nice. Hey, Dale, how we doing, buddy? How's your beaver season going over there? I was gonna ask you. Um, Seems like pretty much everybody I talk to south of 80 is really struggling. I appreciate it, Oscar. That that's what's crazy because I'm having the same issues, and everybody I talk to just says the beaver are not reacting. They're not there. They're just I don't know. It's been a struggle. Seems like you get north of 80, everybody I talk to is just slaying them. Um, I've seen a couple pictures of 25 plus days, and it's just like, man, it's tough. No, Oscar, it technically wouldn't be. I'm sure it happens a lot, but it is not okay to do. Alan, absolutely. Jinx, how we doing, buddy? Glad you can make it in, bud. Doing a lot of beaver talk. Uh, yeah, it's just I'm moving some stuff around. Hopefully, going to have a decent line out come Monday again. I'm kind of going old school for me. Getting on some private ground. I don't really trap private ground, so this is a whole new ball game. But it's just I don't know. I'm it's kind of forcing my hand. I have to. All right, Calvin. You take care, buddies. Thanks for stopping in. Um, Take care, boss. You still 45 minutes east of Eugene. I'm just kind of hoping I can get to that beaver tomorrow and get that chain cut. That's not going to be fun. I'm not looking forward to that. Oh, nice, Tail. Nice. Yeah, that wind will make that river pretty choppy. Pretty choppy. Beaver trapper, I should. Um, there's actually a buddy of mine was talking about getting a wetsuit today on Facebook. All right, Vicky. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Hopefully you have a good night. And don't take it out on Teddy. He's a good guy. We could be really good friends in person. Oh, I'm sure you have, Dale. I'm sure you have. Not building a greenhouse. No way, Oscar. No way. Yeah, yeah, beaver trapper. You're right. Exactly. Yeah, Dale. Those storms are pretty rough. Vicky, don't make him in trouble for this live. That's not his fault. Blame me, if anything, not him. If he's anything like me, he didn't have a chance anyway. So you can't be mad at him because you know who he is. So it's gonna happen. Scab, I found out today that my waders hold water all the way to the top. All the way to the top. Good, Dale. That's good. Oh, Teddy, that's funny. Oh, Reef, what waders did you go with? Did you go with hip boots, chest waders? What do you got? Were you doing the ones we talked about in your live? The soft soles, so you had to get some boots for them. Oh, Jinx, yeah, we didn't get hit with anything here, but not far from us, it tore some stuff up. Oh, nice. Okay, cool, Reef. Yeah, I got. Let's see what pictures I got on my phone. I got some pretty cool pictures of it. Um, this was a double tornado. You see one there on the left and a small one starting there on the right. Um, yeah. I don't know if I saved any of the others, but yeah, pretty rough. It tore some stuff up. Oh wow, Brad, you're in a bad area then. That was bad. That's not good at all. Scab, and that's what I kind of agree with too. Um, for beaver trapping, somehow next gen does it. He can work it, but I can't. I can't. Man, Brad, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Luckily, you guys are okay though. That's what matters, man. Yep, left eye is getting squinty. Means we're ready for another drink. Did you really, Teddy? Yeah, it's too bad. I tell you what, I've never been so concerned about weather until I got married. Weather never bothered me. Single guy in my house never bothered me. As soon as we got married, um, and I had my boy was here, like it changed everything for me. Now, as soon as we get severe weather, I'm outside, I'm looking, I'm watching, I'm checking the radar. Um, I'm a lot more concerned now they got people to take care of. Yeah, beaver trapper. I get that. I get that. Yeah, Teddy, and that's the thing. Like I could sleep through a tornado and be like, ah, whatever. But it's like as soon as you get a family and you got someone that's your responsibility, it's a whole new ball game. I guess you'd say I became more of a wuss with them because I remember when my wife was pregnant with our daughter, like 7 or 8 months pregnant, and we had tornado warning. Tornado was located on the ground, 5 miles from my house, headed our way. I heard roaring, and I told her to get her butt to the basement. And she was like, I'm tired. I'm sleeping. I'm not waking up going to the basement. We had a kind of an old, creepy basement, and I forced her to. I basically said, you're getting up or I'm carrying you. She was so mad at me for weeks. You just go to work. Yeah, Eric, I do too. All right, as Gab said, be right back. stop making fun of me now. What's that supposed to mean, hunting and stuff? I do. Yeah, I probably do stink. I did when I was checking all the sets. So my caster leaked in my hip waders or my chest waders. I got that little pouch right here. Apparently, it leaked in there when I had my hands in there, and I itched my nose, and I got a caster on the inside of my nose. No hunting and stuff. I'm built like the Stay Puff Marshmallow Man. You know the one you see in um, oh shoot, Ghostbusters. We're very soft. Tell you what, guys, I am pumped up for Monday. I am excited. Refit, it stunk. It stunk, but not the Michelin Man. Stay Puff Marshmallow. Michelin Man's got way more on me than I got. But no, I'm pumped up. I'm excited for this. I'm really hoping to have a good, strong finish here. And for the record, hunting stuff, I was defensive end, not linebacker. What pun? You're right, I didn't catch it. So here's a funny picture for you. I actually took this today. So this is what I used to be. This was 13 years ago, guys. I shouldn't even share this. Um Scab, you're such a smartass. I really like that backbreaker, but I've been struggling with it this year, Edward. I really have. How do you do, Dale? How do you do? If you don't mind me being nosy, and if you're willing to share it on here, I'd love to hear what you did. I've had a couple offers. It seems like Beaver's definitely strong. Hey, thanks, Jinx. I appreciate it, buddy. Jinx, you need to do more lives, man. You need to do more lives. I know you said you're all nervous about it. Don't do it. Just have fun and be you. Finished or green, Dale, if you don't mind me asking. Teddy, no. I figured it was. That's pretty good. From what I've been hearing, right around that 28 to 30 is very possible for us. So yeah, that's pretty good, bud. Yeah, what can I say, Scab? I do it. A lot of people don't like me, and a lot of people I found out have unsubscribed because I have a drink when I go live. Guys, this is my trapping conventions. This is me talking with trappers about trapping. I love to do it. It's exciting. It's like going on vacation for an hour and a half. I love it. Edward 2850 in Northeast Iowa. Yep. That sounds about right. Probably the head, honestly, Oscar. Head or legs, probably. Something like that. Scab, and what's crazy is I think you guys have a heavier beaver down there. You got what from everything that's I've been told, your beaver have a heavier leather, not fur, but heavier leather. Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts, Teddy. Whatever. I actually got a can't stay up too late tonight because I'm going to the Iowa Trapper Association is having their quarterly meeting tomorrow, and I'll be going to that just to kind of see what's up with our association. But um, yeah, I'll never be involved with that, I guess, because I heavy drink on my lives. Yeah, Dale, you would know for sure. Yes, Scab, that's what I was told though. But with the Hatter market, it's by pound. And that's what blew me away when they were measuring your furs. Everything's by weight. The guy I'm working with, he buys fur from down in your area too, and even he says it's all by weight. Most of the time, he won't even take it out of the NAFA bag. He'll just weigh the bag and throw it in a pile. Reef, that explains a lot about you, I think. Wow, Dale, I didn't realize they're that much heavier. My last shipment I had here last year, I averaged 1.6 pounds, which they said it was a little on the heavier side. Normally, they're like 1.4 to 1.5. Um, but yeah, that I'm happy with that. You get 1.6 pounds at 16, 17 bucks a pound, and who knows where it's going to end up at. That's really interesting, Scab, because I seen him measuring stuff here too, and that kind of made me wonder. Nick, thank you. I appreciate it. That's this chat right here. This is why I do the lives because look at how much knowledge. Now that Dale's in here, especially, we had Todd in here earlier. Um, and especially tonight with Beaver. You got Scab in here. If we had Dan in here, you have some of the best Beaver people I know on YouTube right here. And it's phenomenal. I love the lives. Had a few there chewed on. But Edward, it shouldn't matter for price wise. I'm trying to, Reef. I'm really trying to. I don't know, Edward. You know, that's one thing. I've always understood. Um, I do have a lot of kids that watch my channel, so we try to keep things PG. Sometimes things get a little, you know, borderline, but I always try to clean them up if we do start crossing the line. But um, I mean, it is what it is. I am who I am. Thanks, Don. I appreciate it. Yep, exactly. Dale hit it on the head. In the Hatter market, it doesn't matter. Um, you could. I have guys that tell me, they're concerned because they put a hole in their beaver hide that's the size of a silver dollar, or you know, I did get a nail here for an inch and a half. In the Hatter market, it doesn't matter. It's all about weight. You don't have to have it prettied up. You don't have to have it dolled up. I mean, literally, my guy throws them in a bag and weighs them. Doesn't even look at them because he knows all we have here is Hatters. It's just don't get me wrong. I love making fur look good and presentable. That is me. Like especially with my coon, I want them brushed out. I want them look good. I want them looking sharp. When it comes to beaver, if they're not even going to look at them and they throw it in a bag and weigh it, you know, yeah, I'm going to have my big beaver that's 2.3 pounds finished. I'm going to have a nail every 4 to 5 inches. He even told me, he goes, it can look like a ninja star for all I care. Doesn't matter. So that's how I'm doing it. Nothing against the guys that do put the time and make it look pretty. It's awesome. But when it's not going to impact you at all for price, the slightest bit, for me, my time's better spent putting up more beaver or trapping more. Um, that's just my take on it. No, wow, scab, exactly. Teddy, I appreciate it, man. You're just melting my heart, one comment at a time. Um, Oscar, I don't know. I don't know most of these people's faces. Wow, Dale, that's crazy. That is crazy. That's interesting, Scab. Um, it makes sense. It does because you guys are so far south. But unless my buyer's telling me something that you know, unless he's not telling me the truth, but he says everywhere he's buying is by the pound, unless you get in some of the most northern shearing beaver. And anymore, most of those shearing beaver are even being thrown into the hatter market because the shearing beaver prices haven't gone up, but the hatters have. So before the shearing beaver were here, the hatters were here. Now the hatters are here. You might as well throw these shearing beaver into the hatter market. Well, that's not my job, Teddy. That's yours. If she was going to bed, I'm trying to figure out why you're still here. Eric, I'll tell you what, those beaver are tough. They are tough. Um, it's insane. It's insane. Edward, I'm struggling bad. Typical creeks and river systems that I'm on that every year produce four or five, six beaver are producing 0 to 1. Um, Teddy. And this is where I say we keep things PG, and I'm not going to comment on that. Um, but no, we're struggling, Edward. I am. Nothing's working. We are going to try. I'm going to try going to strictly oil sacks instead of castor because they're just not. They're not reacting to it like I thought they would. Dale, I'm starting to really wonder the same thing. Um, okay, Dale, here's a good question for you, sir. So some of these bigger crick systems that I'm setting on, and bigger creek systems, I'm talking they all have names. They're not like Des Moines River, Mississippi, or Missouri, but they have names. Every year for the last 3 years, I've been doing this, catch four or five, whatever off it. And then all of a sudden I'm catching one. I've had a couple people think that maybe I've trapped them and they've gotten smart, but I've also heard that theory that the population just isn't there anymore. So I'm curious for your take on that and see what you think. Edward, yeah, I get it. Oh yeah, James, the craft is by far the best, but I think you'll get flooded out here pretty quick. All right, hon and stuff. You take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Oscar, I've never heard of that. Jinx, I appreciate it, my man. You didn't have to do that, buddy. But much appreciated, bud. You're a good man. Appreciate you. Dale, I've got your chips. Actually, I used it once this year, didn't I? Pretty sure I have used it this year once. I'll probably order some more anyway. I remember ordering it from you. I know I have it. I'm just trying to think where it was and if I've used it. Edward, I hope you're right. Yeah, you might be right, Dale. You might be right. It's just interesting. Alan, it's not going to be a like commercial, make my own lure, but with the caster market so far down, um, I do want to start just kind of creating my own stuff and experiment, seeing what works. It's never going to be a commercial thing. Just actually, I did. The beaver I caught on was a combination of bait or of lures from empty jars and some oil sack lure in it, and I know I caught one, so that's good. All right, Reef, you take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, man. Good luck checking those nutria traps on Monday, if I remember right. Oh, that'd be cool, James. That would be cool. That would be awesome. All right, Teddy. If you're still in here, this was a picture of me 13 years ago with my first spoonbill. Look at how little I was. This was before they invented the McChickens, just so you know. Dale, I've had a lot of people actually tell me that. A lot of people having really good success and having a lot of issues in ponds versus the crick system. So, hey, Gold Falcon, how we doing, buddy? 12 inches of snow yesterday. Oh, that's terrible, man. You guys are never gonna get thawed out over there. I didn't know that, Oscar. That's interesting. In Bush Latte. What's Bush Latte? Teddy, right, right. Coyote Stalker, how we doing? I probably shouldn't share this because it's not my picture. But speaking of Bush Latte Gold Falcon, um, a good buddy of mine, that's the one of the meat managers at Fairway, he got to actually beat the Bush guy in bags the other day. I don't know if I get that to, yeah, that's kind of cool. Really, Edward? Oh, Gold Falcon, that's tough, man. That's tough. I was shooting for 100. I was. I wanted 100 this year, which is over double what I got last year, or real close to it. Not gonna happen. Just not gonna happen. But when I first set my raccoon goal of 1,000, my first year was like 283. So might take a few years to get there, but we will hit 100 beaver. We will. Just gonna take time. 800 inches of snow. 800. How many feet is that? 66 feet, something like that. 800 divided by 12, 66, I think. Alan, no, absolutely, man. I'll check that out. I'm not on Instagram a whole lot, so I need to be on more and look at that. But um, there's no, don't ever compare yourself to anybody. Um, if you're happy with your numbers, whatever it is, man, be happy, and I'm happy for you. There's so many issues with that in this trapping world. I even had a comment on YouTube here the other day with my 70-pound catch. Yeah, that's a nice one, but I caught a 108-pounder. Awesome. Good. I'm happy for you. It's not a competition. If someone caught their biggest beaver and it was 50 pounds, guess what? I'm happy for them. That's great. Why does it matter? Yeah, I wish you luck, Dale. I wish you luck, buddy, because I know I'm struggling like crazy here. Oh, 66.67, James. I know it's repeating. I'm pretty sure. Wow, Cold Falcon. Yeah, there is. It just sucks. So many people compete against each other, and it's just like I see it all the time on Facebook, especially on the beginning trapping pages. A kid goes out and catches his first three coon for the season, and he's thrilled. And then somebody has to go in there and be like, that's nothing. I caught 40 coon in a day. Why would you do that? What is the purpose? All you did was tear that kid apart. For what? To make yourself feel better? That's ridiculous. Be happy for him. He caught three coon and he's happy. Be happy for him. It doesn't make sense to me. It's just, it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. Dan, there he is. We are just talking about you a little bit earlier. Oh yeah, Dan. Yeah, every area is different. Every person's skill set is different. Their experience is different. It's just ridiculous. Oh yeah. No, I see that a lot, Teddy. And I'll share this. That ticks me off just as much. You see this kid that shot his first buck, and it's this, you know, basket 8 or 6 point, and everyone's like, "Man, you should have gave it 3 years." The kid just shot his first buck, and look at that smile. I don't care if it was a 200-inch deer. That smile of his first buck will remain with him for his whole life. Nothing can take that away. So basically, f off. It's just ridiculous. Oh, that ticks me off, Teddy. Sorry, I get on a rant with this stuff. It bugs me. It's gonna be extended next year. I didn't know that, Scab. Yeah, Scab, your beaver market would be almost the same across all year. That's probably close to our average too, Gold Falcon. Probably right there close. Gold Falcon, exactly. William, welcome to the party tonight, bud. Yeah, it has. It ticks me off. It doesn't matter if you want to go out. Like I work with a guy. He's killed three 200-inch deer with a bow. Food plots all summer long. He's putting in 40-hour weeks outside of work to do all this stuff. And he wants to go out and kill a 200-inch deer. He's going to let that 140-inch deer pass for him. And this is what I like about this guy because he's so honest. If I was to take my boy out, because he passes on everything, 140, 160-inch deer. If it's not mature, he doesn't shoot it, and that's great. But if he was to take me and my boy out, and a 100-inch deer walked by, and my boy wanted to shoot it, and he would be happy about it, he'd be like, "Do it. If you're happy and you want that deer, do it." Because he's to this level, but we may be here, and if we're here and happy, absolutely. And it's just so crazy. Mystical Mountains, how we doing? You think it'll hurt you, Gold Falcon? I'm curious on that. Oh, a month earlier. Okay, Scab. Exactly, James. Exactly. BJ. Whatever. Dan, actually, I'll show you because I got it. Brings back memories. Here's my first. That is my first buck. I'll tell you what, I was tickled pink. I'd never shot a buck before. I killed like 3 does before this. I'll never forget this. I could take you to the exact tree I was sitting in. I could explain to you exactly where he came out, everything. And I'll never forget it. And that's what matters. It took me a long time to get to my big boy. It took me 15 years to kill a respectable deer. I'll go get him. Probably shouldn't, but I will. Here's my big boy. 171 and 3/8. He's not the widest, but he's pretty tall. And if you look on top, he's got these crab claws that come on the inside. 15 point. So, biggest deer I've ever shot. To a lot of guys here, they'd let this walk, no problem, but I'm very happy with them. You can join me in the rest of the live. Gold Falcon, I get it. I get it, buddy. Scab, I get it. Exactly, William. Exactly, my man. James, 100%, bud. 100%. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It took me a long time. Long time. We watched several guys in our deer hunting group their first year kill 150-inch deer, and I never did kill a good one. My first respectable deer was that one, but he's so broken up. If he wasn't broken up, he'd be about 150-inch deer, but he was so broken up. Then I finally got this good boy. BJ. You'll text me, but you won't comment on here. Let's see how it is. Exactly, Teddy. Exactly. I've got a bow buck that's actually in my garage. I don't know, 95 inches, 100 inches. but it's just it is what it is. Brad, exactly, and I would be the same way. Exact same way. You know, when we used to deer hunt, and this is the first year I did not deer hunt. This is the first year in my, I won't even say adult life, my adolescent to adult life that I did not buy a deer tag. Um, and it ate at me. I can't do it again. We lost all our ground for our shotgun season. We lost our group. We had nothing. So I didn't buy a tag this year because we had nowhere to go. Our group fell apart. It was over. Um, I can't do that again next year. I have to deer hunt. Um, deer meat feeds our family. It is huge. I was lucky enough to have some good friends and some not so good of friends, BJ. Uh, you know, give me some deer meat, but um, no, it's just I've got to do something. I've got to buy tags. Coyote Stalker, how'd you do tonight, buddy? That boy, Gold Falcon. I like it. Teddy, and that's our shotgun hunting group. That's kind of what it was. We're meat hunters. A lot of guys want to wait for that big buck, and that's great. That's fine. But if you were in our group, we're hunting for meat. That was bottom line. They are Jinx, 100%. Yep, exactly, Edward. Coyote Stalker. Um, your honest opinion on this, because you'd know more about it than I would. Do you feel like the coyotes are getting smarter to calling just overall as a whole? Um, I hear a lot of talk of the coyote numbers are not coyote numbers, but with this new thing of thermals and calling, there's a lot more people joining this trend and maybe educating more coyotes. I'm curious what your thoughts were. Oh, absolutely not, Dan. Absolutely not. All right, Dale. Take care, buddy. Good luck, man. Be safe and have a good one. BJ, your feelings aren't hurt. You don't even have feelings. I've tried to find them. That was kind of my thoughts. They get smart pretty quick. Teddy, that was kind of our problem. So when I grew up hunting, when I was a teenager, early teenager, I could ride my bike to farmers and ask them for hunting permission, and they'd be like, "Sure, absolutely, go for it." Now everything is leased out. You can't get permission for anything. Everything is locked up, and if you don't have big bucks, you can't get on it. What do you do? And that's kind of one of the things that happened with us, is we just lost our ground. And I don't blame the farmer. It's like, when these farmers get offered, "Hey, I'll give you $5,000 for hunting rights." Okay, I'd do the same thing if I wasn't a hunter. So it's just frustrating. Oh, I bet they do, Gold Falcon. Yep, I get it, Scab. I get it, buddy. Oh, yeah, coyote stalker. I bet 100%. It's just too bad. It's just too bad. But I've got a couple guys that are, all joking aside, really good friends of mine that I think are going to be able to help me go out and, one of them was able to help kill my boy his first buck last year. So that's pretty amazing. Um, Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So hopefully we can go out early season, early muzzleloader, kill two or three deer between me and my boy, and each, hopefully, and call it a deer season before it gets too cold. And I go into full trap mode. So, wow, Patrick. Yeah, we were talking about you earlier. Um, someone, I won't say who, but someone said Californian just drop off the face of the earth. And I said, no, because we got a friend of mine in here. We got to make sure he's safe. But other than that, yeah, I'd agree. That's crazy fine, man. That's crazy. It's crazy how things have changed. You know, I'll never forget this. I killed my first pheasant Christmas morning. I was 13 years old by myself with my German short hair Jake. I could take you to the exact, probably within 3 feet of where I was standing when I shot it, which is now all corn. It was a nice draw, a wooded draw with grass around it, CRP, and the whole thing's gone. It's flattened. Everything's changed so drastically. Um, it's ridiculous. But Brad, I'm really liking that early muzzleloader. I think that's going to be our thing next year. Scab, the first time, not the first time, but one of the few times when I was younger in high school, how I got into trapping, me, well, my dad was a huge bird hunter and he trained bird dogs from across the country. We did a lot of guiding and outfitting, and we traveled to a different part of Iowa for a club that came up to hunt pen raised birds that were released. And it was $10,000 a year to be a member of this club. And that would have been in 2002, 1, somewhere in there. I don't imagine what it is now. Exactly, Teddy. Exactly, my man. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Brad, and that's kind of what we want to do. You know, if we can kill 2 or 3 deer a piece, throw some meat in the freezer, that's what we're after. Get some meat, get done, and then I can go in full trap mode. John, how we doing? They have rice fields in Missouri. I didn't even know that, Dan. That's crazy. I appreciate it, BJ. I really do, my man. Um, I'm really thankful for all the stuff you've done for us, buddy. Really, I flip you a lot of crap, but um, seeing that excitement on my boy's face last year when he killed that buck was pretty awesome. So hopefully we can do some more of that. John's doing good. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Don't worry, BJ. I don't need it to look like this one. It can. That'd be great. But I'll also take this one. Probably shouldn't mess with that after drinking. Gold Falcon. I believe it. I believe it. Coyote Stalker, they're mostly nocturnal. I've got a video the other day of one moving in the daylight, but for the most part, they're nocturnal. I actually saw another one tonight on some private ground I was scouting, and I think he revealed the den entrance to me, which is great, but I don't want to set it yet. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait, and that'll be the last case scenario before I set that. Teddy, I missed a lot of deer bigger than this. Um, in my early teens, a lot bigger. Brad, yeah, you're probably right. Ooh, that's a long time, Gold Falcon. Alan, I love turkey hunting. I have not. I turkey hunted 2 years ago. Killed a bird within the first 15 minutes of daylight. But other than that, I love it, man. I love turkey hunting. I just don't have the time, or now I don't have the areas to do it because we lost all our ground. I have absolutely nowhere to go now. So it's just there's so much work to do to find ground and get permission. It's just it sucks. John, you taking off? Take care, buddy. The little one? That's fine, BJ. I like that. Gold Falcon, are you by any chance in the shearing beaver market, or are you going to be strictly hatters? Alan, I agree. That's one reason why when it comes to hunting, I love turkey hunting the most because you hear the response. You can manipulate them, you can trick them, and you verbally hear it. It's amazing. Teddy, yeah. Yeah, that's some of these big guys are like, man, I don't that buck fever. I struggle with it when a 180-inch deer walks by, and I'm like, when I was a bow hunter, having a good doe coming up to a broadside shooting lane at 20 yards, I was getting fever with a doe at 20 yards. Like I can't even imagine a big deer. Oh, cool, Kyle Stalker. That's awesome, buddy. Patrick, I get it. Just in case Macy's watching, I still got this, by the way. Been a couple years ago since you sent this to us, but I still got it. So thank you. Oh yeah, Teddy, 100%, 100%. Uh, that the turkey I shot, I couldn't see him, but I could hear the boom, and I knew he was close. I love that. I love that. Gold Falcon. It sounds like the Hatter market though might trump the shearing beaver, so you're better off just to have them all as Hatters, unless you have a really good shearing beaver that I don't know about. Don, yeah, I get it, buddy. I get it. Okay, I get it, Gold Falcon. I'm excited for Monday, guys. This can be fun. It's like kind of a second wind, start a beaver season all over again for 2 weeks. Just hit as hard as we can. All right, James, you take care, buddy. Have a good night. We're not gonna be here too much longer either, because like I said, I gotta. Sundays is my kind of daughter date morning. We go get McDonald's breakfast and sit in the restaurant, and she has her pancakes, and I have my biscuit, and that's kind of our time. So, which will be at like 6:15, 6:30 in the morning, and then I got the ITA meeting to head towards Des Moines for. Um, so see what's going on with our association. Oh, I bet they did, Don. I bet they are, Brad. I bet they are. That's awesome. Patrick, and that's the thing for me. Here in Iowa, we've got all kinds of poachers. Even you don't see it on my channel, but I'll see all kinds of dead deer in the ditch with their head cut off. But I also do know several people that technically poach, but they go out and kill a doe and they butcher it and eat it themselves. If they're maximizing everything off of that animal and using it and not just cutting a rack off, I honestly don't give a crap, especially with the deer here in Iowa. If you're eating that deer and taking everything you can off it, do what you want. Doesn't bother me a bit. Gold Falcon, unfortunately, mine's about 3 miles. Oh, Teddy, that's crazy. All right, Eric, you take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, man. But no, I mean, honestly, the deer and even our turkey numbers are so thick now, too. If someone would go out and shoot something out of season, for me personally, I wouldn't care. As long as it's not a trophy thing, I really wouldn't care. But I'm not DNR to make that call either. Yeah, exactly. And that's how I feel, Don. That's exactly how I feel. I work with some guys that, you know, I won't say they're down on their luck, but they just got into, you know, a tough time with medical bills and stuff. And, I can't say they've never gone out and bought a tag before, but I know they will not pass up any opportunity to feed their family. And I don't blame them a bit. Not one bit. Really, Teddy. That's too bad. That's too bad. Whew. I still got showered tonight. I do stink. Reef was right. Monday's gonna be fun, fellas. Kyle Stalker. You get inside, buddy. You have a good night. Hopefully next time you go out, it's a little better luck for you, bud. I didn't even think about being a full moon. That could really impact my season too. The last couple weeks. No, Don, we're wrapping it up. Because yeah, I'm already looking at getting up probably under 6 hours from now with my daughter tomorrow morning. So anytime, Kyle Stalker, you take care, buddy. But no, I kind of look forward to that. We don't get to do it all the time, but Sunday I try to let my wife sleep in as much as possible because I work Saturdays. So Monday through Saturday, she's the one dealing with my daughter in the mornings, which is up early. So Sunday I try to let her sleep in, and I'll get up early with her. We'll go to McDonald's, kind of have a nice date in the morning, and come back home about I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Hopefully my wife's up by then. If not, we'll stay down here, watch cartoons, and try to be quiet. Okay, Scam. Iowa has something similar to that too. Really, Patrick? That's interesting. Absolutely, Teddy. You do the same, man. You take care of yourself, and I appreciate super chats between you and Vicky both. So thanks, buddy. You have a good night, and we're gonna bail out of here too. I think we're past 2 hours. More skittish, Scam. Okay, that'd make sense to me too. More vulnerable, a little easier to see. Maybe they stay close to the water. I try, William. I can't sit here and say I'm the best parent in the world. Uh, I've definitely made mistakes, and my kids don't see me all the time like they'd probably like to, or I'd like to. But it is what it is. Blue collar life. It's tough. Gold Falcon. I did with Coon. For sure with Coon. It really full moon with raccoons is terrible. Unless it's overcast, it's terrible. Thanks, Don. I appreciate it. So we're gonna get out of here, guys. Probably gonna post my video tomorrow of the last couple checks. It's nothing great. Had a good interaction with the landowner on video. Uh, got me some more permission to trap. We caught a handful. Hopefully things are gonna change now. Now that we got more area, some fresh ground. Hopefully, um, should be good. So hope everybody has a good weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you guys. We might do a live come middle of the week here. Depends on how things go. So, but y'all take care. Thanks for stopping in. I love these lives, guys. These lives are awesome. Just learning so much in the chat. Not just me, but just everybody can learn from everybody over here, and it's amazing. It's just phenomenal. I love it. I'm so glad we do this. I honestly, if I could just do lives, that'd be awesome. Just seeing the information shared. We might as well be in a big circle around a bonfire. I love it. So, you guys take care, and we'll see you here soon. Hopefully, with a lot more beaver under our belt. Take care, guys.